I went to New Orleans for 2 days, and it's like I forgot how to do everything.
I cannot believe that you got on a plane, went to New Orleans, recorded there, came back, and are seated here right now recording again.
Feels like time travel.
You did. Is flying just time travel? It is.
I mean, if time and space are a
Coming up in this next
check
sequel
1, 2, 3, 4
of Christopher Nolan's movie.
Hi, Charlotte. Madeline. Usually we don't address the cute little cold open test intro to check the sound that we do.
Yeah.
But you said Christopher Nolan's, the sequel to Christopher Nolan's movie. Can you tell the good people watching at home what you meant?
I was thinking about Interstellar.
Okay.
But I couldn't remember the name of the movie.
So it's just the sequel to, it's Oppenheimer Part 2.
It's Christopher Nolan's movie.
Christopher Nolan.
It's wait. I just realized what it is.
Oh no.
You know when you make a GarageBand or an iMovie file, it'll say Madeline Hill's movie. You know, like that's the auto.
This entire show is Madeline Hill's movie .mp4.
We are doing this ourselves.
Yeah, I don't know if you've heard.
You've heard.
Okay.
Oh my
wow,
God.
what a start. Welcome to our Super Bowl preview episode.
Wow.
Can you believe the big day is almost here?
The big game. The big game is upon us.
You know something funny is that you can't use Super Bowl in like ads and stuff. You have to say the big game or whatever.
I did know that. It is so weird. And it's funny because I think if they changed the rule that you could use Super Bowl, it would throw me off if I heard in an ad them say the Super Bowl instead of the big game. Because the big game is so connected to Super Bowl ads or any ad that's remotely tied to the Super Bowl.
That's a good point. If they were like, eat Doritos for the Super Bowl,
I'd be like,
whoa, jump scare. That was too loud. Sorry. Jesus.
Sorry for everyone's ears.
But yes, to reference our little intro once again, I was in New Orleans for 2 days at Radio Row for said Super Bowl.
How was that?
It was great. I saw a bunch of people, not to toot our own horn, but a lot of people were saying that the sports gossip show is pretty good.
And I mean,
and you know what? Not going to argue with them.
Not going to argue with
them. No, it was lovely to see, working in sports media for a certain amount of time. It's like going to summer camp, the Super Bowl. I just see everyone that I've known forever.
So nice.
And it was lovely. And got to do some stuff for Bleacher Report.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
And came back in time to do something very special this morning.
We did. We can't talk about it, though.
We can't tell you
Which
yet.
Isn't that the best? When someone on Instagram, will be like, I have something exciting, but I can't tell you about it.
Something coming up with the 2 eyes emoji looking like.
Yes.
And you're like, what?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, then why are you mentioning it?
Or why are you mentioning it? So we can't say anything, but
we're mentioning it because we want to sound cool that we did something cool this morning that we can't tell you about.
We did something cool this morning.
But at least we're honest about it.
We're honest about it.
Yeah.
But we will talk about it next week. We'll talk about it next week.
We will.
Yeah.
Okay. The Super Bowl is on Sunday.
It's on Sunday.
Chiefs-Eagles.
Oh, my God. Wow. But before we talk about the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
There is some urgent news.
Sorry. Yes.
That we need to talk about.
Yeah. We do.
Jimmy Butler, who we've spoken about quite extensively over the past couple of weeks with the trade drama with the Miami Heat, is headed to the Bay Area. He's playing for Golden State.
Madeline, I'm going to be honest. This is the funniest possible outcome.
How so?
Well, because Draymond Green is on the Warriors. And Draymond Green, kind of the heart and soul of the Warriors, but also a real pain in the butt if you're not on that team.
Yeah.
He's kicked guys in the nuts. He choked out Rudy Gobert last season, was suspended for quite a few games.
Yeah.
And he had to do...
I think he had to go to like not court-ordered, NBA court-ordered therapy. Like Adam Silver ordered therapy to get rid of his anger problem.
And Draymond came back and he was sort of like, still going to be me because we won 4 championships by behaving this way, which is hard to argue
Hard to argue with.
Hard to argue with. But Jimmy Butler, who we know is a hard-headed man himself, in that he has forced his way out of several teams and now the Miami Heat, he got into like a standoff with the head of basketball in the United States, Pat Riley.
The head of basketball in the United States.
He has that vibe. He has like the Godfather vibes.
He does. No, he does. He does. Wait, actually, fun fact about Pat Riley.
Oh.
Did you know that he owns the trademark to threepeat?
No.
Did you know that?
No.
And so the Chiefs, I believe, had to pay him to license it. He got the trademark in the 80s. I think, again, not a basketball expert, but were the Heat going to win a lot, or who he worked for? I don't know. He worked for a team. Don't at me. Don't at me. I don't know who he worked for. But he owns the trademark, and so the Chiefs have already preemptively paid to license threepeat, the phrase.
Oh, my God.
Fun fact.
Madeline, I didn't know that.
Fun fact.
Pat Riley's trademark threepeat okayed to use for Chiefs. Oh, my.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Crazy.
at the start of the 88-89 NBA season because the Lakers had just won their second title.
Oh, well, there we go. Didn't know which team.
That's wild.
I'm bringing the tea.
Good job.
Are you impressed?
Look at you.
Ooh, okay.
Someone knows sports.
I didn't know what tea. I didn't know he worked for the Lakers.
Doesn't matter.
Did he coach the Lakers? Mm-hmm. Well,
yeah.
I should know that.
Yeah, he did.
I should know that.
Well, it was on winning time.
Oh.
Anyway, the funny part is Jimmy and Draymond on a team together feels like the Warriors, who've been this sort of like stage stable presence. Now it's like, whoa, because Draymond was always a loose cannon, but now they've got two funny guys.
I'm very excited to see what the dynamic is like between Draymond and Jimmy.
Me too. Is Draymond gonna like post about it? Does he still do his podcast? Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll get him on the pod.
What?
My favorite,
For like Jimmy and Draymond, would you like to come on our show at the same time?
That'd be amazing. My favorite thing about this entire deal is that, Jimmy Butler, known coffee aficionado, has Big Face Coffee King. Do you think he's going to like open up a West Coast operation, ship some of those Marzocos out to the Bay Area? Not that San Francisco needs more Marzocos in coffee shops.
Here's a question. What is a Marzocco?
Wait, you don't know what a Marzocco is? I'm actually surprised.
You're looking at me like I have four heads. What is it?
It's the coffee machine that like every coffee shop.
Oh. Wait, that's how you say it.
Is that, wait, did I say it wrong? Oh,
no, I don't think you did. I just don't think I've ever heard anyone say it out loud before.
La Marzocco.
Yeah, I've just seen it on the...
Marzocco.
Looks sort of like a car logo on
it's red.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are like the better coffee machines when you see. Like I feel like when you go to a coffee shop and they have a Marzocco, you're like, this cappuccino will be good.
Wow.
It'll be good enough. Not always, but
I recently saw a YouTube video.
Please hit me with what you're going to say. I love whatever you're going to say. Please go ahead.
I don't even know if it was on YouTube. I saw on the internet a video of the food science guy.
Okay, cool.
He made like steamed eggs using the steamer of an espresso machine.
Okay. I want to know how you landed on that.
You and me both. It looked cool, but I was like, and he was like, I understand being reluctant to use your $40,000 coffee machine to do this.
How did you land on that?
It was given to me.
By the algorithm gods?
The algorithm was like, oh, she's going to love it. And you know what, Madeline? I think it was like a 12-minute video. Watched the whole damn thing.
You know what?
What?
I sometimes watch videos on like bridges being built.
Same. Wait, are you kidding me? No, are you kidding me?
Cutter one time, my husband, if you don't know, photographed this incredible bridge in Pasadena that I love on film camera and got it framed. It's one of my favorite gifts.
I'm obsessed with bridges. How do we
have
know
a book about bridges?
Okay, what's your favorite bridge?
This one in Pasadena.
Which one?
I can't remember the name of it.
What's the vibe? Is it over water?
No, it's like over not a canyon.
Okay,
but
cool,
it's over land. There is actually might be water under there.
I think I know.
It's a really cool bridge.
Like up in the hills?
Well, here, I'll just pull it up. I'm going to find it.
My favorite bridge is the Penobscot Narrows Bridge.
The Colorado Street Bridge.
Oh, cool.
I think that's the one I'm thinking of.
Okay.
Let me just pull it up. One moment.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Cutter went down and shot it kind of like at a low angle. It's my favorite photo.
That's so sweet.
I know.
What a great present.
Wait, how we not? We are the same person.
I can't.
That's weird.
There's this one bridge in Japan that they're building.
What's it called?
I can't. But
Wait, you know about construction of bridges? I don't know that.
You just said you watched videos of bridges being built.
Well, yes, like in the past, not. It's a new bridge currently being built.
I've seen the plans.
Present. Charlotte's
Okay,
on bridges.com.
Let me Penobscot Bay Narrows Bridge. You're going to love this one.
I can guarantee you, for anyone who's listening or watching, there is not a single sports podcast doing a Super Bowl preview that is talking about bridges being built around the world.
I say this respectfully. ESPN could never. See, look at this one. Look at this bridge.
Oh, that's chic. Ooh, that's chic.
And there's an observation. Ooh. I haven't been.
You know which bridge I love? My dad lives in the Tampa area, and the Tampa Bay Bridge.
Oh, really?
It's long. I'm dying. Look, when I was in... Oh my God. I legitimately cried. Oh my God. Oh man. What do you think is Taylor Swift's favorite bridge?
Oh girl, I don't know where to start. I'm legit crying. Oh my God.
Charlotte is actually shedding tears
right now. Oh my God.
now.
Fun fact about me, when I really get going, oh yeah, I get it from my grandmother. Oh man. Okay.
My God.
So yeah, I love a long bridge.
I love a long bridge. I'll take a short bridge.
Look, from my hotel room in New Orleans, I could see a bunch of the bridges over the Mississippi, and then there was one that just looked like a snaky, winding bridge.
Oh,
I gotta look it up. I made a mental note to Google it.
Wow. Okay.
That might have been for the plane. I'm all messed up now.
Who cares? It doesn't matter.
I got overstimulated.
We got flustered by the bridges.
Do you also? I like transportation. You know, like big planes.
Yes. I also love I love maps of cities.
Yes.
Like actually, one of my favorite things. Wow, this is getting so off the rails. But when I was in middle school and lived in Japan, we would take public transportation to school. And one of my stepdad's friends, who was Japanese, was visiting us for dinner or something like that. And we had to go out to dinner, whatever, at this restaurant. And we get on the subway, and he was trying to lead us on the subway, and I was like, "You're wrong." I was like, "You were going the wrong way."
You knew.
I was in 7th grade, and I led us to dinner on the subway. Barely spoke any Japanese, but I got us there.
I'm
so I love
proud of you.
Public transportation.
Wow. Same. I love a train. Anyway.
Wow.
Okay, we'll offline about this.
I think we already online.
I think we online a little too much. Okay.
Okay. Anyways,
so the Chiefs,
the Super Bowl.
That is why. How did we even get there?
I don't know. Wait, I got one more question.
Yeah.
It relates to the Super Bowl, but also bridges.
Yeah.
What would you say is a Super Bowl of bridges?
Oh. Gosh.
Can
I think about it?
Yeah. Okay. All right. We can come back.
Let's circle back at the end. Because I have a few, there are a few obvious ones, but I'm like.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Anyways. All right. The Super Bowl.
Chiefs-Eagles.
It's upon us.
Repeat of 2023.
Yep.
A lot of people are mad about it. I wrote my newsletter, The Wilder Things, about why sports dynasties are good.
It's incredible. Everyone should read it.
Thank you so much. I stand by that. I think that even if you're pissed that it's the Chiefs again, maybe, first of all, it's fun to be able to hate something in sports.
Yeah.
Second of all, you're going to know who the people are.
Right.
And and I think for casual fans too, there's something really nice about being able to drop in and being like, "Oh, Patrick Mahomes, I remember him from last year and the year before."
Right. Yeah, there's familiarity. I think people like feeling some sort of personal connection to a team, and if it's a new team every single year, you're like, "Who do I need to know?
Yeah.
What? When?
Exactly.
Where? Why?"
Exactly. It's consistency.
Yeah.
But the last time they played, Madeline, was the Chiefs won 38-35. It was a very close game.
It was.
And I think a lot of people might remember in the Kelsey documentary about Jason Kelsey, who played center for the Eagles, Travis Kelsey, tight end for the Chiefs. They're brothers. That was known as the Kelsey Bowl. And he had a doc film crew following him because he was like, it might be my last season. Ended up not being, but he retired last year. And Kylie Kelsey had her OB come to the game with her because she was going to give birth like any day, but she couldn't miss him in the Super Bowl.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
Wait, I love that.
Yeah.
I want to know the logistics of that.
She talked about it on a recent podcast where
amazing.
she talked about like how difficult it was and like coordinating with everyone and getting the seat, but they were sitting in the same row as her.
Wow.
Yeah, it was great. So that was a close game. If the Eagles lose this one, though, it'll be the second game in, 3 years, however long that time span is, that Jalen Hurts, the quarterback of the Eagles, will have lost to Patrick Mahomes, the quarterback of the Chiefs.
It's kind of, I feel like, in some ways, a little bit of the same way that probably Josh Allen feels.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or maybe Jalen won't feel that way if they win.
Right. What do you think?
I think
Vibes-wise.
Again, not a football expert. However, if I'm going off of vibes alone, I think the Chiefs are going to win.
I do too.
Because I do also feel like it would wrap the bow, to your point, on the dynasty, the three-peat. They can use the trademark, courtesy of Mr. Riley. Mm-hmm. And I also think Travis is going to retire. After.
Do you really?
I feel like, yeah.
I feel like if they don't win, he won't retire.
That's what I mean.
Oh, that's
no. I mean, if the Chiefs win, I think he'll retire because what a perfect ending.
Yeah, and I think athletes talk a lot about how you don't get to write your own ending. Usually,
Yeah.
You don't get to go out on your terms,
right?
And it feels like it would be going out on his term. Although I could also see him being like, "I love doing this, and I'm really good at it."
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, I think we talked to a bunch of former players down at Radio Row at the Super Bowl, and they were all like, look, the Eagles have the better roster on paper.
Right.
If you look at the teams, you'd be like, well, this team will win. But then the Chiefs have Patrick Mahomes and the coach, Andy Reid, and their defensive coordinator, who everyone just knows as Spags. So if you just toss that around at your Super Bowl party, if you're like, oh, Spags is going to do some crazy blitzing here, just everyone will be like, oh my God, you know so much about sports. They're just like such a well-run, well-coached team.
Yeah.
And it just feels sort of inevitable.
Yeah. Right.
And if Taylor Swift is on your side, like that woman has never lost.
No, she hasn't. I just feel like energetically it feels like it's the Chiefs one to win. Even though, to your point, Eagles have a better roster.
It would be exciting if the Eagles won.
It would be super exciting. Again, I don't really care.
No,
but
same.
for my own selfish reasons, co-hosting the Sports Gossip Show and writing a Sports Gossip newsletter, the Chiefs are a better story.
Well, right.
For
also, it is good for us if Taylor Swift goes on the field afterwards.
Correct. So this is really just all pressure's on, Chiefs.
Here's a thought.
This is just to get Taylor on the field.
Yeah, exactly. Just get Taylor. Here's a thought too. I think Taylor Swift should have to do a press conference if the Chiefs lose the way that like the players had. After the AFC Championship, we saw sad Josh Allen sitting there like looking like he was about to cry. I would like to hear from Taylor Swift after a Chiefs loss.
I would love that.
I think that would be a really interesting window into what's going on.
Oh,
I don't know.
Incredible. Or at least giving a post-game speech to the team.
Yeah, she'd be good at it.
She would be really good at it. Yeah.
The team would probably be like, well, so you're not a football player.
Get out of here.
I think they like her now, though.
Oh,
right?
yeah. I think, I mean, what's
she brings them cookies at practice.
Is that true?
Yeah.
You know where I feel like she got that from?
Where?
Her former bestie, Carly Kloss.
Famously known for baking cookies.
Yes, Carly's Cookies.
Wow.
I don't know. Might be where she got it from or not. Maybe she just loves to bake, but
I could go on a real tangent about that.
That's
we've already
the lore there.
We've already done bridges, so I think we gotta.
We can't go.
Yeah.
We can't bridge this to a Carly's Kloss Taylor Swift deep dive. Although I would love to talk about that, but you can go on Google.
Yeah,
for that one.
you could.
There's enough
some
information about that.
So that's sort of the football backstory of what we're working with.
Okay, now walk me through the key players for both teams.
Okay, so obviously Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce on the Chiefs.
Yep.
On defense, Chris Jones, you'll hear that name a lot. Isaiah Pacheco is a running back for the Chiefs, and you're going to hear that a lot because the Eagles, Jalen Hurts is a quarterback, coached by Nick Sirianni, and Saquon Barkley, I would say, is probably the buzziest name on this Eagles team.
Yes.
He is a running back, as you know, who the Giants famously, on an episode of Hard Knocks, decided that they weren't going to keep him.
Why?
Money. People worry that, I think Saquon's like 27 and they're like, it's such a physical position. Why would you pay someone that much money? And it just becomes this sort of like really cynical human math that they do, where it's like, well, why would we give this person millions of dollars if they're not going to last very long?
Okay, fair.
But the Eagles were like, well,
we'll take him.
Yeah, come on over.
Yeah.
And he has been absolutely amazing for them. And now he's playing in a Super Bowl.
Giants. Poor choice.
And funny enough, the former quarterback of the Giants, Daniel Jones, who is now the backup for the Vikings. We'll see for how long, but currently. And he and Saquon Barkley, I didn't know this until I was talking to someone this week, Diana Rossini, shout out Diana at The Athletic, who told me that Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones are legitimately best friends.
Wait, I love that.
Do you remember how we talked about Daniel Jones was in his box?
Yes.
It's not just like, we used to play together. It's like,
they're besties.
Yeah.
They're besties.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I love that.
So football-wise, Saquon really crushed it. In the regular season, he rushed for 2,005 yards.
That's crazy.
Which is a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
And I don't know. I feel like personal life-wise, he's fairly interesting.
Yeah. He is with a woman named Anna Congdon. They've been together since they were students at Penn State. And for a while, people kind of thought maybe they were engaged, and they actually were engaged. And he did confirm it just days ago. They've been engaged for 6 months.
Whoa.
And they have 2 kids together, and which is great. And I don't know if you saw her fit. Did we talk about this last week or 2 weeks ago?
I don't think we did, because we were going to save
When
it
they went
for right now.
Oh,
yeah.
maybe that's what I was gonna say. She has incredible style.
Incredible.
She wore an incredible outfit to the which championship?
NFC. There you go. She wore an incredible and the glasses she was wearing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're so good. So good. And she was wearing, I think, a tie. She has incredible style. Whoever is her stylist, or if she's doing it herself, please let us know.
No, tell
Anna's
us.
killing it. Yeah.
Come on the podcast, Anna.
I know.
I have been very impressed with her style.
Yeah. And my favorite thing, he was asked about whether asking her to marry him or the prospect of the upcoming Super Bowl made him more nervous.
Oh.
And he said, quote, "That's the second time I had that question. I probably shouldn't have said proposing." And then he continued on just saying, quote, "I'm just not good with stuff like that." He added of asking Anna to be his wife. He said, quote, "I'm a lover boy, but I'm not like a clever lover boy."
Okay.
Which I also love.
That is an iconic statement, because we know exactly what he means.
Yeah.
He means that he's not like, figuring out who was it who proposed with all of the poppies shoved into the sand.
Who
did that?
I don't remember. They were just sticking out.
Drake May.
Drake May. That's
Drake
who
May, quarterback for the Patriots.
Out.
He just had a bunch of flowers stuck in the sand.
Yes.
Yeah, Saquon, I really respect that, because there's a difference. There's some guys who are like, I'm going to plan this and surprise her or do the whole. And you have to be a woman who wants that too.
Exactly.
And
yeah, you gotta want it.
You don't need a ton of bells and whistles always in Saquon's case.
No, but congrats to them. And then another couple engaged on the Eagles. Jalen Hurts engaged to Bree Burrows.
Oh.
Yes. They were originally linked together in January 2023, but it's unclear how long they were together before that. She seems to be a fairly private person. She got her MBA at the University of Alabama, where they met. They met as undergrads. And based on Googling, I don't know if this is still true. She doesn't have a LinkedIn anymore that we can find.
Yes.
But she's worked at IBM for a long time.
Yeah, doing like
Sick.
AI stuff.
Something, yeah. Or did. I don't know.
Look, I feel like on this show, obviously, our ethos is like, public people who clearly seem to want to be talked about, we'll talk about them.
Yes.
The fact that we think we found her private Instagram, where it's like 400 followers or something. I respect very much whatever you choose.
Yeah.
Whether you want to be a public person, whether you want to be a private person, when you really commit either way.
Right. They're both, you could say, company people.
Company people.
I would argue that she is more of a company person than even he is.
Yeah.
If she really does still work at IBM.
That would be why
That's
great.
like the most company.
It is a big.
That's legit.
It is so company.
That's so company.
IBM is
peak
so
company.
Peak company. But yeah, I think it's great where Taylor Swift is like, I'm going to do a tunnel fit walk and I'm the most famous person.
Right.
And Brie Burrows is like, I'm not even going to have an Instagram.
No, but they did do like kind of a tunnel fit walk after the NFC Championship, I believe.
Oh yeah, they did.
But not like she's not doing them by herself.
Right.
Yeah. No. Anyways, I love it. Congrats to both of those couples.
Love it.
On the Chiefs side of things, obviously Patrick Mahomes, quarterback, married to Brittany Mahomes. Can you tell me a little bit about their relationship and backstory?
Yeah, so they met. Patrick says that they met when they were in like 7th or 8th grade at White House High School in East Texas.
Wow.
And he gave her a Valentine's Day card and roses in the cafeteria in front of everybody. And Brittany was like, that's when I started really having a crush on him. And now they have 3 kids.
Wow. Well, it
So
worked out.
life comes at you fast.
Life comes at you fast.
No, but I mean, they're fascinating publicly to me because a lot of fans really don't like Brittany.
Yeah.
And they don't like his brother Jackson. And Jackson, he was sentenced to 6 months probation in a case alleging he assaulted a woman. He pleaded guilty to a single misdemeanor count of battery, according to online court records. So there's real stuff going on there.
Yeah.
I think on the sort of public perception side of things, fans just found them very annoying. Like they were always making TikToks on the sideline.
Yeah.
Brittany, after the Chiefs beat the Bills one year, sprayed champagne out of the suite and like it got all over Bills fans.
Yeah.
And then she doubled down on being, she's very much a like defiant social media poster on her story.
Yeah.
She'll be like, screw you, or like passive aggressive, which I get it. It's got to be difficult to see your, and everybody hates the Chiefs now because they keep winning.
Right. Right. And Jackson has continued to post on TikTok.
Yeah, he sure has.
We won't get into it, but yeah, he's continuing to post.
He's posting through it.
Yeah.
So football wise,
Patrick
Patrick is fascinating because he would be the first quarterback to ever win 3 Super Bowls in a row. He has already won another one. So this would be his 4th Super Bowl ring. And it starts the whole thing. Who's the greatest quarterback of all time? Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady? And I just think that there's something really beautiful about football finally having its Michael Jordan or LeBron James debate.
I do love that. I do love it.
Because there wasn't, Tom Brady won 7 Super Bowls.
Yeah, right.
But if you start to be like, well, Patrick did it immediately on getting to the team, and if he wins 3 in a row, and
then do you think that Patrick could easily win 3 more if they win and be tied with Tom?
God.
Do you think that's possible or not really?
He's pretty young.
Yeah.
And Tom Brady played for, over 20 years.
True.
Kind of had 2 different iterations of the Patriots. He had his first group of guys that he won a bunch with, and then his second group of guys. So, because we've never seen Patrick Mahomes without Travis Kelce.
Well, and as I said, if I think they win, if Travis retires and they bring in a new guy.
Yeah. What could that be a new dynasty?
Yeah.
Also, Andy Reid, head coach of the Chiefs, getting older.
Right.
Fun fact, he coached the Eagles too.
I did know that.
So,
yeah.
It's the Andy Reid Bowl, really. Don't know why we haven't been calling it
this
that.
This needs to be addressed.
For the past 3 years. Justice for
Andy Reid Bowl.
It was a Kelce Bowl. We get it. They played each other. Andy Reid's playing himself.
He's playing himself.
Sort of.
Wow.
Anyway, so that's the football stuff. Travis and Patrick, I think, also have the most touchdowns and yards and blah, blah, blah between a tight end and a quarterback of all time.
Okay.
More so than Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski.
T.
And I learned that. I learned that watching the game when they put a nifty little graphic up. And I was like, because they were like, they have the most between a quarterback and a tight end. And I was like, what about Tom and Gronk? And then they put the graphic up and I was like, oh, sick. Okay.
They knew you were listening.
My bad.
They're like, we're waiting for Charlotte to say something back to us. Even though they can't hear you.
Yeah. And then Taylor and Travis feels like...
How can we not address this?
I feel like we are the fish and Taylor and Travis are the water at this point. You're in it. Whether you care about her music or care about his football, you know them.
You're in it.
We're here.
You're part of the cultural conversation, whether you want to be or not.
You have no choice.
No choice.
Personally,
yeah,
we love when they show Taylor on television.
We love it. We love it. How many times do you think they'll show her during the Super Bowl?
Oh boy, it's gonna be that's a tightrope.
Yeah.
Because the dads, Brads, and Chads get mad, and
do.
and it's Fox Sports, so they're going to be wanting to. I think after a Travis touchdown, for sure. What do you think?
During the regular season, they have actually not shown her that much.
Right.
They've shown her like maybe once a game, or to your point, if Travis does something, they'll show her. I think they'll maybe show her a couple more times because the Super Bowl is more of a pop culture event than a football game. It is a football game, but it's kind of more of like, it's just entertainment for 4 hours or however long it is.
People who have not watched a down of football will watch
like you're watching the commercials,
and the Kendrick Lamar halftime show.
Exactly. So I feel like they may show her a little bit more only for that fact.
Yeah.
Because I kind of feel like during the Super Bowl last year, they did show her a fair amount, but that might have been before all these Chads were complaining, and then they showed her less this season. So I don't know if maybe they're applying the same rules this season. Who knows?
No, it's fascinating. I think people already were complaining, which is why I remember being like, "Oh, whoa, they're not like they're still showing." Like,
yeah, okay, that's true.
I think the power of showing her, to your point, is bigger than whatever complaints you're gonna get.
Yeah, agreed.
What do you think she's gonna wear?
Definitely something Chiefs Kingdom red.
Okay.
She wore the Grammys, that red Vivienne Westwood dress we talked about.
Which, the more I think about it,
what
that was the Chiefs color, because it's like it's like not my favorite red, and I don't really like the orangey. Chiefs red. Yes,
yeah, that definitely was the color.
Anyway,
I think she'll wear maybe she'll do like a Vivienne Westwood red bustier top that kind of plays on the look she wore to the Grammys with a skirt or something like that. That's because it's in a dome.
Yep.
It's not going to be cold outside either because it's warm in New Orleans, fairly warm. So I feel like she's going to wear a skirt. Sort of, I don't know, something like that.
Here's the thought.
What?
Remember how she wore to the AFC Championship the same skirt she wore last year?
Yes.
And she wore a bustier top last year?
Yes.
I would put money on Taylor Swift wearing a bustier top and jeans to the Super Bowl this year because they won last year when she wore that.
I think you're 100% correct, actually. I think you're right.
And I think you're right, though. I think it's going to be red. I think you're correct that it'll be red. It doesn't have to be black again. Maybe she wears the same pair of jeans the way she wore the same skirt. Because look, first of all, we know that Taylor Swift sends messages through clothes.
Yes.
We also know, I'm pretty sure that was the same skirt.
Oh, I think that was the same skirt.
So she is clearly superstitious enough to be thinking this stuff through.
Yeah. I think that's correct. I think your theory is accurate.
Do you think her hair is going to be in a ponytail again?
Yes.
Really?
I think it's going to be up.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's up. Down hair feels like cold weather hair for her. Can't explain it.
Wow.
I'm not a hairstylist. I'm not a hairologist. I think it's going to be up because it's probably going to be humid. Also, I think about even though she's not going to be traveling that far, obviously from like a black cart to a golf cart security, she's not outside that much, presumably, because it's in a dome also too. Mm-hmm. I think she does hair up though, because it's easier for styling. Like, I don't think a hairstylist comes with her. I think I do sometimes see like an assistant or someone, but I don't feel like she would do hair down. I think it's going to be up because her hair gets a little frizzy.
That's a great point.
As does mine.
Yeah, same. Who among us?
Stars are just like us. Can't avoid it.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I really hope we're correct.
I think we might be right.
I think we might be onto something.
Guess we'll see on Sunday.
Okay. Who's going to be in the suite with her though?
Thank you for asking. We have not talked about this in weeks, and I keep forgetting to bring it up. But one of Taylor Swift's best friends is Gigi Hadid. Gigi Hadid is dating actor Bradley Cooper. Bradley Cooper, known Eagles fan. Mm-hmm. So much so that he was in Silver Linings Playbook. Let us never forget.
We shall never forget.
And secondly, he just opened a Philly cheesesteak spot in the East Village that I walked by a couple weeks ago. The line was around the block. This man is deep.
Oh, yeah.
In Philly fandom.
Committed.
Just in the city of Philadelphia.
I think he was in the owner's box for
the
last game. Is
correct.
That right?
So my question is, will Gigi Hadid, if she goes to the game, I'm assuming she will, with Bradley, I would assume, would she sit with Taylor? Will she come say hi to Taylor in the suite? Will Bradley be in the owner's box for the Eagles? Will he attend?
Yes. Yes.
That's my first question.
So I think kind of yes to all of it. I think that they will be in separate suites.
Okay.
I mean, it's tough because like Gigi Hadid, we know that we had paparazzi evidence that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce went out to dinner with Gigi Hadid and Bradley Cooper in LA.
Right.
So they are friends.
They're friends, yes.
So you would think normally your friends would go support your significant other. But this is so fat because this ties into the Kylie Kelce of it all as well. Jason's wife, who is a massive Eagles fan.
Yeah.
Like has talked about like her fandom. She bleeds green.
Yeah.
And they met when like she's been this her whole life. This is her. It wasn't like she started dating Jason because like she's serious about this.
Yes.
And so she said on her show, she was like, I would be very happy for Travis. We want this for him, this history. Like I think that their kids are getting Go Uncle Trav trip. But she was like, but also I do bleed green. So and then she was like, I'm not having fun. Like, so this is a woman at war with herself.
Oh yeah. She is ride or die.
Yeah. Which I respect so deeply.
I respect it. I respect it.
So I feel like Bradley Cooper, if he is a self-respecting fan, he'll be like, look, Taylor, Travis, love you guys. I'm going to sit over here and I'm going to wear Kelly green.
I think that's probably accurate.
Or maybe the other green.
I do wonder, though, because for the Super Bowl, I know it's a little bit different with the suites. Because obviously the Super Bowl is like a hot ticket item for every rich person in the entire world, right?
Yeah.
That I wonder if her suite setup maybe is going to be a little different, though. And it's kind of just more of her suite. Whereas I think when she's at Arrowhead, it's more of like Travis's suite. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know the logistics of it, but I do wonder if that maybe would play into it. But I do feel like you probably are correct.
Do you think there's a world in which Gigi Hadid and Bradley Cooper are in Eagles gear in Taylor's box?
I mean, I would kind of love it. I don't think it'll happen, but that would be amazing.
But are Jason and Kylie? They probably will be in the same box as Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
because they're family. It would be weird if Kylie was like, I am, because when Jason wasn't playing,
right?
She wanted to sit. When Jason was playing, excuse me, she wanted to sit in the stands, which I completely understand.
Yeah,
hard as a fan when your husband's not playing anymore to be like, even though my brother-in-law.
Yeah,
I feel like Kylie is not going to wear colors of either team.
No, I feel like she'll wear like a black shirt. I agree.
Because she said I would not be caught dead wearing another team's colors.
Yeah, no.
Which again,
respect. Yeah, I agree. I think she'll wear like black, some sort of neutral color.
Okay, now my second question for you.
Yes.
Or second? Why? We've talked a lot already.
40,000?
Like 15,000, yeah. Which of the Haim sisters, how many Haim sisters will be there?
I don't think there's room for 3 Haims.
I don't 3 Haim. What they say, 3 Haims company?
I think Danielle.
Okay.
I say Danielle.
For some reason, I'm seeing Alana.
Yeah, I was going to say Alana. That was my second choice.
If you don't know who the Haim sisters are, they are the band Haim.
Yes.
Legendary. And Taylor's been good friends with them for a long time.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen him in a game this year.
I think one of them went to a game.
Yeah,
I don't remember which one. I don't know. One of them.
No, I think you're right.
One of the Haims.
I've missed him.
I'm going Danielle.
Okay. I'm going to say
that's
Alana.
My bet. That's my prop bet.
My prop bet. Which Haim sister is going to be in the suite with Taylor Swift?
Oh, I would love if that was wouldn't that be amazing?
I might get into gambling. Also, Blake Lively.
Yeah, I think she'll be there.
Even with all the drama around It Ends With Us?
I think she'll be there. I think it's a good distraction.
I think it could also be, it could be Taylor's way of saying, look, I back my friend.
Yeah.
1,000%.
As she should.
Yeah. Wow.
Are
there any more Taylor Swift prop bets?
Will Donna Kelce and Andrea Swift match again? I think last game it looked like they were wearing matching scarves or similar scarves. Will they match again? What's your prop bet?
Oh, God.
What's the over-under?
I want to say no, because it's not an accessory-friendly situation, as you said, with the dome and the weather in New Orleans.
No.
But I could also see Taylor being like, listen, ladies, it worked last game. You got to wear the scarves.
Right.
Oh, my God. It's like the scarf in her song All Too Well. Oh, red scarf. Isn't that the scarf in that song?
It's a scarf, yes.
I don't even know
scarf
what...
at your sister's house.
Yeah. I don't even know what dots to connect here, but...
I remember all too well. Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's a dead end.
That's a dead end. But my last thing I got to say, this is just a PSA to Taylor. Can you release Reputation Taylor's version if the Chiefs win.
Oh, please.
Please. I'm begging you.
What a
Please.
great point. Oh,
Please. This is not football related, but I feel like if you're listening, you would also agree. It's time.
We've
been clowned around.
Clowning for so long. I started to forget that it's even going to happen.
I know. Please. Taylor, please.
Help us out.
Help us out.
I'm trying to think if there are any more.
We're missing a key piece of the Super Bowl.
What? Oh.
Kendrick Lamar.
Yes.
Hello.
Not Like Us.
Do you think he's going to play Not Like Us?
Yes.
100%. How incredible will that be?
So at the Grammys, if you're not familiar, Kendrick Lamar and Drake got into a huge fight over the summer, except it wasn't really a fight because it was more like a one-handed.
Yeah.
I mean, Kendrick beat Drake with his hands tied behind his back. And Drake, famously Canadian, Kendrick Lamar accepted all of the awards for Not Like Us at the Grammys wearing denim on denim, otherwise known as a Canadian tuxedo.
Oh, incredible.
Do you think he's going to wear a Canadian tuxedo to the Super Bowl?
No. You can't wear it twice.
Fair.
You can't beat the joke, Can
you imagine being Drake right now? I cannot. Having to see this guy who mopped the floor with you win Grammys and then perform at the Super Bowl.
It's so
the
good.
Song About You.
I just saw that Drake is, I think, on tour in Australia, and he wore to his show. He comes out in a sweatshirt with what kind of looks like bullet holes in the sweatshirt.
No,
it's like a distressed looking holes, but it's like 40 holes all over the shirt. And people are like, did he wear a sweatshirt that looks like bullet holes in them?
Insinuating
like that he's been hit? Like, I don't know.
Wow.
That's what people are saying online.
I'm very excited.
I love Kendrick Lamar.
Same.
Seen him live a couple of times. The first time I saw Kendrick Lamar live was when I was a student at Georgia.
No way.
He performed, if anyone was at the show who remembers, it was like $5.
No.
And it was in like the student, kind of like, not a convention center. It wasn't that big. Like a hall.
Is it near the football stadium? The hall
yes.
I know what you're talking about.
He performed on a little tiny stage. If anyone listening was at this concert, it was amazing. I remember being like, this is the best concert. It also was, I'm pretty sure, free or $5. This was way back in the day.
Wow.
So
you remember
I've seen him
him
since
when?
then. Yeah, way back when. Anyways, if you're listening and went to that concert, it was incredible. So I can only imagine how incredible he's going to be. I mean, I saw him in England, I think, 2 years ago. He was great then. He's great. He's such a good performer.
Have seen him somewhere, and now I cannot remember.
Also at Georgia?
Also,
were you at the concert?
I was at that concert for sure.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, I wasn't.
I know. It's okay. It's all right.
I did get a sandwich from that little shop in that student center.
Jittery Joe's?
I think so.
Like with coffee?
Yep.
Oh my God, Jittery Joe's. I love Jittery Joe's.
Yeah, I was going to a football game, and I was hungry.
Joe's. Oh, you might have been in the. It doesn't matter.
Different one.
There's no point in explaining Georgia geography.
Well, now I'm invested.
Buildings.
Is there a bridge?
No, there is a bridge, but there's another part that has more like restaurants. Jittery Joe's is kind of whatever.
No, it was like a convenience store.
Yeah, that might have been Jittery Joe's, but there's also another one. We'll offline about it.
Nobody cares. No, I can't wait. Taylor Swift is not going to perform Bad Blood with him.
I mean, that would be amazing if she did, but I don't think so.
She's not. She's too busy. That would make it too much about her.
It would be too much about her, but how incredible would it be if she came out, and then it was kind of like Taylor's version, Bad Blood, drops Reputation right after the halftime show.
Oh my God.
Or at least the single, and then it teases it, and then Reputation, Taylor's version, the full album comes out with the bonus tracks like a week later. It's not going to happen, but how incredible would that be?
Yeah, I feel like it's too much of like, this is Travis's moment.
Yeah, no.
But
it would be so amazing. It would be so good.
It would be great if he did Bad Blood without her. Like, did his verse from Bad Blood, and like nodded to her in the...
I would like that.
Anyways,
it's
going to be fun.
I'm excited.
Also something that's fascinating, I've been lucky enough to go to a bunch of Super Bowls, and the logistics of the halftime show, Madeline, what happens is they have volunteers who bring out this stuff.
Crazy.
And I've been walking in the bottom of the stadium, and they just have all of these people, like thousands of people wearing the same t-shirt that they've been given by the NFL, holding black pieces of equipment that are either like the speakers or parts of the stage. And they are lined up like it's a military invasion.
Oh, yeah.
And then the minute they say go, I have never seen a more coordinated situation in my life.
It's an operation.
And I want to know who is heading that up, because if you can get a group of ordinary people to be that cohesive together,
Right.
you could move mountains.
Move mountains. Whoever that is, let us know. NFL, if you're listening.
It's incredible.
Let's get them on the pod.
Yeah. Also, I was just the Super Bowl. I was thinking about like famous people at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
On one year I was there, you know, Karamo from Queer Eye,
of course,
on Netflix.
Yeah.
We were waiting for the elevator at the same time, and it's just the two of us in the elevator, and I was like, hey, and we started talking, and then we were sort of walking around the stadium together, and then he was like, well, I was like, you know, if you're ever in New York, let me know, and he gave me his number.
Wow.
And I texted him, and I was like, hey, you know, if you're ever, never heard. But Karamo,
it's fine.
that was one of those things.
I don't know if we'll be getting him on the pod.
I was delusional enough to be like, oh, Karamo's going to let me know when he's in New York. What?
Yeah, why would he?
In what world?
In what world? Oh, well.
We had a nice chat.
Well, it's fun while it lasted.
Yep. Anyway.
Final prediction. I'm going Chiefs.
I'm very conflicted because part of me is like, I really think the Eagles might do it. But then the minute I start to say Eagles, I'm like, I can't pick against the Chiefs.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't pick. So Chiefs.
I'm going Chiefs, I think.
Three-peat.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be mad if the Eagles won.
No, me neither.
I think it'd be fun.
It would be fun.
The Emerald City. Get all lit up.
If you know, you know. Before we wrap up, though,
Yes.
we got to answer the question we were talking about at the beginning about our favorite bridge.
Oh, the Super Bowl bridges? Okay. I mean, you go first.
Okay, my favorite bridge. It's just because I think when I think about the Super Bowl.
Because we did favorite bridges. But the biggest
Super Bowl,
bridge.
The Super Bowl of bridges. When I think about the Super Bowl of bridges, the most iconic bridges. Golden Gate Bridge.
I was going to say
it's got to be Golden Gate Bridge.
And I feel like it has to be an American bridge because the Super Bowl is so American. There's such amazing bridges across. You should check out some of the bridges across the fjords in Norway. Holy cannoli.
Can we do a bridge tour?
Honestly, I would love nothing more. The physics of bridges is insane. I'm like,
crazy.
how is this thing standing up?
Crazy.
So I was gonna say maybe the Brooklyn Bridge.
Okay, I would say that's second.
Brooklyn or Golden Gate. I think Golden Gate's first.
Yeah, but I would say Brooklyn might be a close second. It's pretty iconic, especially so many people take their photo in that like in between the building shot in Dumbo. Yeah,
that's a Manhattan Bridge.
Oh, that's the Manhattan Bridge.
Isn't that crazy? Do you know, I thought it was a Brooklyn Bridge for a while until I realized.
You're so right, it is.
The whole point is that it's district under Manhattan Bridge overpass. But I was like.
They really rebranded in my brain.
Listen,
they've implanted, the Brooklyn Bridge has
Madeline,
implanted into my
Tyler
brain.
and I were walking by there and I was like, so cool. People take their picture under the Brooklyn Bridge. And he was like, not it.
Not it. Wrong bridge.
And in fact, we just walked under that one and you remarked about it. You were like, cool Brooklyn Bridge. So many people died building the Brooklyn Bridge.
Oh, it's terrible.
Not to be a downer.
Oh, that's
Do you watch
awful.
The Gilded Age?
I have watched like clips, but
it's a whole storyline in season 2 about the Brooklyn Bridge.
Terrible. Oh, it's terrible.
Well, yeah, I
What
just
a
got a
note to
little
end on.
manic. Sorry.
Well, we got a little manic at the beginning of the episode about bridges, so
I just
apologies.
can't believe I didn't know you also love bridges.
I literally have a book about bridges that I bought for myself.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
Wow. Learning something new about each other every day.
Every day.
Every day.
All right. Well, enjoy the Super Bowl, everybody.
Enjoy the Super Bowl.
We will see you next week with our Super Bowl recap and whatever gossip pops up before then.
Yeah.
Also, very special guest coming next week.
We won't tell you who it is.
But stay tuned.
Be sure to like, subscribe, rate, review. We got a bunch of new reviews. Thank you so much.
Yes.
They really mean the world. And they help the podcast. So
Yes.
please review the podcast if you haven't on Apple and Spotify.
And to everyone who's subscribed on YouTube.
Yes. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers.
It's very exciting.
Crazy.
You know, it's hard to break through in this world.
It's true.
And so we very much appreciate everybody who has got our backs on this.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for listening to a fairly unhinged Super Bowl preview.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye. Bye.